In this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to create and use the standalone questionnaires that are found within the booking area. So to get started, we'll go into Booking, click on Questionnaires, and here you can see that I have a couple of example questionnaires set up. This wedding questionnaire, for example, might ask the wedding date, the address of the wedding venue, and other questions of that sort that helps me get to know my client a little better before their wedding date itself. Now we could send this wedding questionnaire through the booking process, through our session types, for example. We can select to send the wedding questionnaire, and then as they're booking their session, it would automatically ask them those questions. But if we want to send it as a standalone questionnaire rather than being something included in the booking process, we can do that by clicking Options, Request a Response. The Request a Response pop-up allows us to choose the questionnaire itself. So for example, I have the wedding in the mini. I'll select the wedding questionnaire, which client I want to send it to, and I can either select an existing client or create a new client. I'm going to go ahead and just select myself. Then it's going to ask if I want to send this on a future date. I don't want to send it on a future date, I'm just going to send it today. But if I did select a future date, it would automatically email my client and request the response from them on that date. The last option says send email reminders, and if I enable that, it will allow me to send an email reminder to my client either 3, 7, 10, 14, or 21 days after the original sending date. I'll go ahead and set that up to send it 3 and 7 days after, and I'll click Send Response Request. Says that it's been sent, and that means that I should be getting an email as the client requesting a response to that questionnaire. So let's go check our email, and sure enough, here's the email here. It says that a response is requested. It has a View Questions button here, and this email template itself, if you want to modify it, you can do that through the Marketing, Email Templates area. So let's hop back to that email. We'll click this button here, and this is what your clients are going to see. They're going to see at the top a questionnaire for Adam Ellis. It's always going to have your client name there. Then it's going to have a description that you've provided on the questionnaire itself. We can see that right here. This is the description that your clients are going to see at the top. And then it has all the questions that you've asked in the questionnaire itself. I'm going to go ahead and quickly fill this out. And then once the questions have all been answered, I'm going to hit the Submit Response button. Here it says thank you, it says the response has been received, and then on my end as the photographer, I'll receive an email letting me know that my client has submitted their questionnaire. In addition to receiving that, if we jump back over here, I'll refresh the page, and you can see here there's a little 1, and that indicates that there's a questionnaire that we haven't viewed yet. So click into here, the questionnaire comes out as bold. That indicates that it hasn't been viewed. If we click it, you can see the client information at the top, then all their answers to the questionnaire here. In the email that you receive, you'll also see the same set of questions and answers, and you can refer back to it if you'd like to. Now, in addition to sending to an individual client, we can also create a link to this questionnaire by just clicking the Copy the URL option here. And then we can paste that link into our social media feeds or onto a website. And then even people that we don't already have listed as a client, they can come through and answer those questions if you have any questionnaires that you'd like to ask, for example, to potential clients. What they'd see for that, let's paste that link in. And so instead of already having your client's information already included, it's going to ask for their information. That'll be their name, their email, their phone, and then it'll ask the same questions that you've already set up. Once it's been submitted, it will automatically create a client for you within your Instaproofs account, and it'll have all the questions and answers just like we saw before. Now if we want to change the way that this looks, for example, we might want different shaped buttons or different colors, we can do that through the Booking Leads page area. And here you can see we have a modern font set or classic font set, and we can change this style. Let's go to a solid rounded or even the solid square. Go ahead and save our changes. Pop back over here, I'll refresh this page. And you can see now that instead of the rounded button style, now we have the square buttons. And that's as easy as it is. If you have any questions about questionnaires or creating standalone questionnaires, just shoot us an email at support@instaproofs.com.